Adam Silver admits NBA ratings are down, not ready to blame product. Well, let's see what's going on.
You tell him to do to fix the ratings? Because the game is almost
What's going on, Jeffrey?
disgusting to watch outside of 8 or 12 teams.
I would definitely say the Euro thing is a good idea. So now you can have a real American league and a European league, and then have a national championship, a global championship between the American champion, and that's a good idea. I would have a shorter schedule. I feel like there's too long, 82 games. That's why they did the in-season tournament, because they realized that people were not watching regular season games from
it was a good idea, but
September, like October, like November to like All-Star break. The people started watching after All-Star break because that's when it actually meant something. So it's a good idea in theory. I don't know how well that's actually worked out so far, but they're putting a lot of resources into it.
If you can sit down with Adam Silver, what would you tell him to do to fix the ratings? Because the game is almost disgusting to watch outside of 8 or 12 teams.
I would definitely say the Euro thing is a good idea. So now you can have a real American league and a European league, and then have a national championship, a global championship between the American champion, and that's a good idea. I would have a shorter schedule. I feel like there's too long, 82 games. That's why they did the in-season tournament, because they realized that.
So here would be my suggestion before I play this next video from LeBron James. LeBron James. This is what I would tell Adam Silver. Okay? This is what I would tell him. And y'all tell me if you agree with it or not, or add your spin in it, right? Like Jeff just said, right? He said that the NBA needs to expand again, right? I think that the NBA needs to add physicality back into the game. I think that, and when I say physicality, what I should really say is they need to reward defense. You have to reward people who play defense. You cannot continue to have this woke agenda of players wanting to celebrate and going back and forth at each other, and you're giving them texts every time they show emotion. No one wants to watch a soft game of basketball. No one wants to watch that. Right? We want to see people that are a bit physical, right? They don't have to be super physical. They don't have to be hockey physical, right? They don't have to be football physical, but basketball physical. A little bump here and there, a little push, a little tug. Cool. Let them show emotion. But you know what? This league has been watered down by Adam Silver. And Adam Silver has to take full blame of what's going on here. It's gone woke. Number one, woke is killing the NBA. Because what's going on is it's not just the woke agenda and the stuff that they're putting on their jerseys and on the court. It's the overall attitude, right? Where everything is super, super mushy. Nothing is manly about the game anymore. Can we be real? It's nothing manly about basketball anymore. Guys are scared to go to the hole. No pun intended. They're scared to go to the hole. They're scared to actually play defense and put some effort into the game. You know, men, hard workers, effort. They're scared to actually play defense. They get a foul call every time you touch someone. And it's not fun to watch because as a man, we like to show emotion. We have aggression. We have testosterone. And this game is full of men, or not, I shouldn't say full of men. This game wants to have people full of men that have no testosterone. Don't you celebrate. Don't you show emotion. It's all garbage. The ratings are plummeting because of the product of the NBA itself. And it starts from the top down. And a lot of these players are so soft. I can't tell you the last full NBA game I was excited to sit down and watch. Actually, you know, I can't tell you. It was when LeBron scored the most points. And when he scored the most points, because I just have to respect the game. I see your comments, Jeff. I had to watch this history happen. Right? After that, I have not sat down to watch a game. I keep up with the highlights. I know the players, blah, blah, blah. But I know enough to say, just like these guys said, there's only going to be about 8 teams that are going to really make it into the playoffs and be competitive. Other than that, the NBA is boring to watch. You have guys who want to click up together and everybody wants to play together. There's no competitiveness. There's no aggressiveness. There's no real physicality in the game. Listen, I don't have my hat with me, but the last time I wore my bad boys sweater, not my hat. It doesn't have to be like that. Even though that game, you did have to have some talent. You did. This game, you got people that just chuck up threes all day. It's not fun to watch. There's no game of strategy. Adam Silver has to go back and say, let's see what they were doing in the 90s. You know what they were doing? They were playing damn basketball. They were using skill. There was strategy. It was a form of chess in the game of basketball. There was a reason why you did a layup and you set up certain plays to get a mid-range jump shot or to get a three-point shot. There was some type of strategy to the game. There's no strategy to the game now. It is just shoot threes until you can just not shoot anymore, or all the way until the clock hits 0 in the fourth quarter. There's no other strategy. Let's just outshoot them. No wonder I go to the gym and I see little kids, 10, 12 years old, shooting from half court. Practicing, shooting, tossing the ball up half court. And as I'm in there and I'm shooting my, my midi, right? Or I'm shooting threes too. I'm watching kids chuck up long shots and leave the gym. I'm like, what the hell is this? Every time I'm playing with somebody new, they're shooting threes like crazy and they can't even shoot the ball. It was okay if you didn't know how to shoot the ball back in the day. If you knew how to play defense, which is a big part of my game, which is why people still love to play with me to this day, because I play defense. I know how to stop somebody. Like that's kind of my MO. Ever since I started playing in middle school, defense has been my MO, and I got a good offensive game. But they want to play with me. Why? Because I showed effort. I grew up in a time where people actually played defense, and they were rewarded for playing defense. People like Dennis Rodman, Bruce Bowen, the list goes on and on. I think his name was, I can't remember his name, Raj. He used to play for the Phoenix Suns. Like a lot of these guys, right? Gerald Wallace. A lot of these guys played physical basketball. The game is watered down. The game is garbage, and the ratings are tanking. One more thing before I go to the LeBron clip. So Jeffrey says they need to bring back hand checking, right? Absolutely.
Sensational.
Okay? Bring back the hand check. There's nothing wrong with the hand check, right? Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way inside. Hit the like button. There's nothing wrong with a little hand checking, but then that brings back physicality. And that's what this little woke game of basketball doesn't want. Don't touch. Don't touch Steph Curry. He's shooting a three-pointer. We have to watch the ball go in. I don't want to do that. Man, I never just let somebody just shoot the basketball on me. I'm not like charging at him, but I'm going to make him take a tough shot. But yes, I agree. Bring some hand checking back in. Because then you got to have real skills to dribble the ball. I can dribble the ball everywhere as long as you can't touch me. Jeff also says, plus dunking is a lost art to me. Dunking the ball is more exciting than everybody shooting threes. I just think the game of basketball is more fun when there's an actual strategy to it, right? Where guys like Rip Hamilton were rewarded for actually moving without the ball and getting a good mid-range shot and being accurate, right? Being efficient. People like Reggie Miller, who knew how to do what they had to do on the court, shoot threes but could move around. Guys like Steve Kerr, who were three-point specialists, because guess what? They weren't chucking up threes, but you knew if they got that ball, they were dangerous. People like Isaiah Thomas, who were known for being a point guard, could score and get assists and play defense. There's none of that in the NBA anymore. None of that. There was strategy to certain people. Certain people had certain skills and did certain things on the team. Strategy. Big men now, like Karl Anthony Towns and whoever, Julius Randle, all these guys are nothing but big men who are losing their post game to shoot 3-pointers like shooting guards. So I can't stand the NBA. I think the NBA is a horrible product. They tried to come up with this all-star team, this all-star game thing. They got a new format for the all-star game where it's some type of tournament. It's ridiculous. And so you know what? People like Adam Silver, what they don't recognize, they're just like the Democrats in politics. They don't listen to people. They just keep doing what they think is best, and they're going to eventually just lose the entire product. Everyone's going to be tuned out of the NBA. I am to the point where I am about to go to a hockey game before I go to a basketball game again. I don't want to go see the Detroit Pistons play when this game is the way it's set up. I would much rather go to a hockey game. And I'm a black man who knows nothing about hockey, but every time I see somebody at a hockey game, they look lit. They look like they're having a good time, and I'm sure all of them don't know nothing about hockey. From what I heard, people say you don't got to know nothing about hockey for real. Just go. I'm about to go. I'm about to go ahead and suit up, put some sweaters on, give me some gloves or something because I hate being cold. But I might just go to a friggin' hockey game at this point. All right, I'm off that. I'll play LeBron. Let me read Jeff's comment. Jeff says, that's why my Clippers fans do your old school and they play a physical on defense. The Clippers. I haven't really watched much of the Clippers. Like I said, I haven't watched much of the NBA, but yeah, I just think we need to get back to the basics of basketball. And the basics are just, you have to play defense. And if that's the case, then guys would have to find ways to score, not let them score, right? I just don't have as much respect for the game of the NBA anymore. And then like I've seen children, that are playing basketball because I still go. Like I went to a few of my God brothers games. You know what I'm saying? And you see these kids like they don't know how to play the game anymore. They don't. They look at the NBA as their like example, and that's what they follow. That same mentality, how they play, it goes to the kids. And these kids are ruined. They think they're all Steph Curry. Everybody thinks they're Steph Curry. And Steph Curry is a natural talent. Is a natural talent. Even in this watered down league, he still is.